In the days when Jesus walked the earth, it was the custom that when anybody was brought on trial, that they would send a crier forth, and he would inform the people around the area about the trial, what time it would be. If they knew anything concerning the trial, then they could report. But not so in the case of Jesus. No cry went forth. In Isaiah 53:8, and who shall declare his generation? For he was cut off out of the land of the living. For the transgression of my people was he stricken. But had the call going forth, it should have been something like this. If anybody here knows anything good about Jesus of Nazareth, let him come and declare it. If anybody here knows anything good about Jesus of Nazareth, let him come and declare it. But no call went forth. And who shall declare his generation? Well, thank God our answer can be, here am I, Lord, send me. I'll declare his generation. In Mark 1:25, Jesus set a man free, saying, hold thy peace. He shut the spirit up by the power of the word. He came out of him. A leper came to him, asking of him, if you will, I can be clean. Jesus said, I will. Put forth his hand, touched him, and he was made clean. Well, if anybody here knows anything good about Jesus of Nazareth, step right up and tell it so the people will know. The call goes out in this same hour. Who will go forth with his word and power? Who shall his generation declare? Jesus is the Son of God. In the house Jesus was preaching the word. The place was full. 4 brought a sick one, but couldn't get in except through the roof. They let down the bed wherein the sick lay, while the preachers made a fuss to Jesus that day. But he said to the man, arise and walk, and thy sins are forgiven of thee. Well, if anybody here knows anything good about Jesus of Nazareth, step right up and tell it so the people will know. The call goes out in this same hour. Who will go forth with his word and power? Who shall his generation declare? Jesus is the Son of God. Jesus entered into the synagogue again on the Sabbath day. He said unto the man who had a withered hand, stand forth. And when he looked around with anger, he grieved at the hard-hearted people, at their unbelief. But he said to the man, stretch forth thine hand. It became just as good as the other. Well, if anybody here knows anything good about Jesus of Nazareth, step right up and tell it so the people will know. The call goes out in this same hour. Who will go forth with his word and power? Who shall his generation declare? Jesus is the Son of God. Well, if anybody here knows anything good about Jesus of Nazareth, step right up and tell it so the people will know. The call goes out in this same hour. Who will go forth with his word and power? Who shall his generation generation declare, Jesus is the Son of God? Who shall his generation declare, Jesus is the Son of God?